We got 2 breaking stories.
What?
2.
Don't let them break me.
Dose.
New evidence. Science caught up. No alcohol is good for you. And hot people on the internet don't know how to work out. Those are like the breaking stories in the fitness space this last couple weeks.
Dude.
Alcohol's not good for you. News alert, news alert, news alert. And all these hot people working out on the internet that are really hot have no clue what they're doing.
Correct.
Yeah. That's shattering people's brains.
I saw like when they were kind of first putting out like the alcohol, like new study shows.
Yeah.
It's like, and I put it on my story and I'm like, new study shows neurotoxin not good at any amount.
Yeah. Small amount of poison, still not good.
Yeah, that's what I wrote. I think.
Still not good. Yeah, it's still not going to help.
It's just so funny. It's like, and shout out to people that, I don't give a fuck if you drink or not, but it's like, just know what you're doing, right?
You don't
like,
justify it.
I don't drink. I haven't drank for 10 years now, but like I do nicotine.
Yeah.
I still like, I know it's not like, I know it's an addictive
healthy.
chemical.
It's healthy.
Like technically, like depends on who you read.
Totally.
It's good for brain function. It's good for cognitive health.
True.
Allegedly.
It might rev you up.
I don't, it does rev you up. It might be a little stress on the heart, but if you're working out, maybe it's not a big deal.
Remember when CrossFit went through the phase where a beer post-workout? I was just thinking about this in the shower.
The beer mile.
And they thought they were legitimately arguing that that's the best post-workout you could have because the carbs and the alcohol and like what the fuck?
Well, there's nothing worse for alcohol post-workout, right? Because of the it kills your
yeah, I'm sure.
What's it called? Homeostasis. When you're trying to recover, it fucks it all up.
Which just all the logic. I was thinking back, and this isn't any particular person, but just like the culture. And I guess it's actually a hat tip to CrossFit that they evolved well, but. To evolve well, they were a little bit knuckleheaded in the moment. Macro, they did a great job. They seeked experts and learned from them in each category because they wanted to be good at everything. Mm-hmm. They didn't want to be good at one thing. So they did, find the best and learn from that. But to level up, they were fucking in the micro knuckleheads and a half. Like I remember interviewing or talking to tons of people in that space, high-level coaches, high-level athletes in the space. Mm-hmm. And they'd look at me when I said that, like, I track calories, like I'm a fucking idiot. We're like, well, why do that? Like, just don't eat rice or whatever, right? Like, just don't eat processed
shit. Just eat more quinoa.
Yeah, like, oh, well, that's funny. You just go paleo instead. Like, that's actually what's going to make you an athlete. I'm like, okay, man. I'll talk to me in 6 years and like, let's see where your brain's at now.
I'll be the first to admit
you were a paleo head.
Well, I bought the paleo cookbook.
There's nothing wrong with paleo.
No, there's not. It's actually very easy.
It's just when you're knuckleheadedly going to come against me when evidence proves everything I'm saying is correct.
Yeah, for sure. Well, it's kind of like back in the early 2000s, 2010s, I guess, when you walked into a CrossFit gym and you sign on the dotted line, to join, like they hand you a paleo cookbook.
Yeah.
And you get a pair of, at the time you got a pair of tube socks up to almost up to the shin,
and a pack of beef jerky.
Pack of jerky
and a Fit Aid.
A Fit Aid and a beer.
Yeah, and a beer.
And then
probably a headband.
At the time, it wasn't necessarily the Nanos. It was the Nanos didn't come out yet. It was more the Vibram 5-finger shoes.
Oh yeah.
A pair of those.
Yeah. I'm still not that against them. I'm definitely against the look.
They're cooler now again.
And
it's
the functionality.
It's been 10 years, man. It's coming back in style.
Yeah.
Everything comes back.
But the functionality of them does actually seem pretty good. I don't know if my toesies would like it.
Well, they weren't good for CrossFit because they would just blow out. Your toes would literally blow out the sides. They weren't built for like high level like maneuvering.
Yeah, or screaming a rope on them all day.
They're made for going up and down on a trail maybe a little bit, but they would smell so fucking bad.
I bet.
The stank from those, it was like...
Yeah, extra dirty sock.
It was... then they started making like the sock with the toes, and it's like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
This is too much.
Spreading your toes is a good thing. Being able to spread your toes is a good thing. Not being able to spread your toes is a bad thing. I think that's kind of that's the guiding principle. If you can put your foot in something that's going to let you spread your toes, then you're good shape.
Well, four days a week, I wear zero drop shoes. I wear like a wide toe log zero drop shoe from the brand is shout out Zero. They're kind of a sponsor, but I was purchasing their shit before I bought them, or before I was getting them. Mm-hmm. But it was it's just like, man, it's like any of those other fucking shoes. Though. Yeah. The zero drop, spread toe, and like honestly, man, like it's funny. Like my foot did grow like half a size in shoes, which is weird.
What happened to your? that
Oh,
also grow?
Oh, dude, yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's what
way
they say.
more.
They say
Like,
it's direct correlation.
It just got like thicker.
Yeah.
Not necessarily longer.
Yeah.
So I don't know what's
it just
going on.
needed to breathe
I
also.
guess so.
Yeah. I'm going to
Yeah.
stop wearing underwear,
Yeah.
see if my cock grows.
It was strange.
Yeah. That's what I hear.
Yeah.
Just trying to grow some chodes around here.
And then
Yeah.
I also just started treating everybody like they were beneath me because
Yeah?
like I look
That'll
at
do
like
it.
I'm zero drop. I don't wear cushion.
Yeah. Oh, you and your
Yeah.
Bosu ball shoes.
And honestly, like and if it's to be like kidding aside, like it actually really helped with some back pain I was having
Mm-hmm.
from other just like designer like shoes that aren't made to be worn in all day.
Yeah, I've been
And-
wearing flats since I've powerlifted because of that.
Yeah.
Like on my daily, like
Yeah.
not always zero drop, but even like Jordan ones.
Like it's just something with not a huge
Yeah.
heel support or not heel support. What's it
Yeah.
called? Arch support.
Yeah, or like the balancing act all day. Like
Yeah.
that shit's comfy, but then I can like feel my shit.
Yeah. And I still wear shoes like that, but just not as often. And I've definitely have felt like my lower half has felt better, for sure. Personally, I mean, not for everybody. I don't know how we got there, but
I don't
Well,
know
it's just
either.
my breaking news
yeah,
on CrossFit.
Oh, yeah.
Drinking alcohol,
that's right.
but everyone did it.
Yeah, any stimulant post workout is actually like what you should never fucking do.
Yeah, and
there
then
shouldn't be no caffeine, no nicotine, no anything post
just go
workout.
eat.
No ice bath.
Yeah, just go eat.
Well, the whole ice bath thing has been like debunked, right?
Yeah.
That's like it also depends. Like there's so many other like factors that are important to like your timing with ice baths.
Yeah.
Where like everybody just fucking wants to just do a workout and jump in an ice bath on Instagram right now is
Yeah.
like fucking triggering.
Yeah. Well, that actually comes back around to sort of the point about, you know, they did this study of 100 influencers on Instagram, and 2/3 of them don't know shit. Like
That
It's a fucking
That
echo, it's an
percentage-
echo chamber of bullshit.
So that's what I was going to get to. If you're a content creator that's an influencer, you don't have any education, you don't have any, and yeah, everyone talks shit on like personal training certificates, but a lot of them have like not depth of knowledge, but at least legitimate knowledge nowadays. Like even when I took my NASM and
First off, I was gonna say NASM.
yeah, I took that in 2008, and it's way more knowledge than any of these.
It was
folks
not
have.
fucking easy to get.
No, I as many people as I talked to that failed.
Yes, it's not fucking easy. I
Yeah.
took it also.
Yeah.
It's hard.
Yeah, and it has like
I actually
legitimate
had to
anatomy. Yeah, I studied for sure. It had legitimate shit in it, and like, yeah, does that make you an automatic good trainer? No, but you have a base of knowledge that is much more difficult than just turning an Instagram app on.
Yes.
And then, like you said, it's an echo chamber. Like it's literally fitness content is just Chat GPT because what it's ripping from is already incorrect. So if you're ripping from
This
incorrect,
is too heavy.
right? You're taking incorrect and then regurgitating incorrect rather than like actually researching. Like everyone just retweets. It's just a retweet, but in their own form.
I can't do it anymore.
It's getting bad. I'd actually think 2/3 is generous.
It probably is.
Yeah, I would
It's
say-
this one study, and they, you know, and the interesting thing about this study is it was international. It's not just U.S. So,
Yeah, I wonder if we're worse or better.
we
Probably
gotta
worse.
be worse. We gotta be worse. We don't care about the truth in America anymore.
Everybody that was fucking taking CBD is
Yeah.
now doing the ice bath, dude. It's just like
Yeah.
it's the cure anxiety, cure stress, cure everything.
Yeah.
Like
small dick,
like small cock,
small bank account,
you know,
small deadlift.
loose butthole.
Yep, hop in an ice bath and
Like it's man, it's the same people. These trends are going after the same sucker.
yeah. No, it is the exact same people.
It's the same people.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, CBD is going to change your life. It's going to cure you of everything.
But what's funny
Ice bath's going to cure you of everything.
is like that crowd too, though, that moves is almost like what used to be or kind of part of the evidence science-based people, but they just like skewed. You know what I mean? Like, because they're the same ones that'll be like, yeah, macros. And I'm like, well, yeah, but you can't be like so solid in like one belief based on evidence and then allow all your others to be like random. You know what I mean?
Yeah, people aren't consistent though.
Yeah, no,
And
exactly.
then it just turns into this fucking thing, dude, where it's like, if I don't post me doing this, my followers are going to think that I'm not with the times or I'm not doing
Yeah.
what's currently popular.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to do this thing that I don't believe in. And then it just turns into this weird echo chamber of just bullshit.
And everyone's like, yeah, no, it is. It's literally grabbing
Oh,
trash
man.
to spread trash. And like ice baths make sense. And I understand. I think evidence obviously understands it and has explained it in many ways. If you guys haven't heard, we've had podcasts on it and there's info out there if you want to get how to actually apply it. But on like the placebo effect, like it's a shock to the body, right? Like it's literally just cold. So it's the same idea as taking a pre-workout that's just loaded with like beta-alanine And beta-alanine does have some positive effects in training, but the point is that it makes you feel something. So then it's way easy to justify that this is doing something.
Right.
Feeling something and doing something aren't the same.
Which
right?
is why supplements got spiked with actual steroids.
Yeah, or caffeine or whatever.
Yeah.
Anything to make you feel.
Yeah. No, and who doesn't love a good tingle from some beta-alanine?
Yeah, yeah.
Makes
And
me
it,
feel like I'm fucking, like,
Right.
oh, man, like I'm working extra hard.
right. Or like some shit to make you sweat. Right?
Yeah.
You're like, damn, I just worked so hard. But like sweating doesn't necessarily mean any of that. And then, yeah, obviously an ice bath when you worked out or didn't work out and you just hop into 40-degree water, your body's going to tell you, like, damn, this is stimulus. We're doing something.
Yeah, and it's exactly the opposite because the adaptation has to come from your body reacting in all across the spectrum of hormones and enzymes and peptides and proteins and glycogen and all that shit, and you're shutting it down by getting into an ice bath.
Yeah, I do think there's some hormonal benefits, right, when we're talking like dopamine and stuff, but it's diminishing returns. So as soon as you start doing an ice bath every single day for 300 days or whatever your Instagram storyline is, now you're probably not getting the same benefits as
Suddenly
you did.
you're an Eskimo.
Yeah, and then like similar with like sauna stuff. Like, yeah, there's some, heat protein, shock proteins that can maybe help you gain some muscle and live healthier, but sitting in a sauna an hour every day for the rest of your life is now we have diminishing returns and we're not going to get that either. It's like, what are we doing?
Maybe if dude, I don't even know. I guess it's like, man, it's just your classic snake oil.
Yeah.
These things that we see all the time in these trends and ebbs and flows in this industry. It's just snake oil.
What I hate though is that I guess to me the content creation started so organically with YouTube and podcasts and stuff. It was supposed to be the real ones. It was supposed to be the people that really wanted to help. It was supposed to be the fitness professionals. It was supposed to be people with a skill or a passion for what we do, spreading that community and culture. And then, because fitness has always had snake oils, right? The shake weight and the tummy tea. And like fitness is based on, a lot of industries are, but fitness in particular, because it's so tied to the looks and so tied to how we feel, our identity.
Manipulating emotions.
It's way easier, right? But the core of YouTube, Instagram, podcast, it was supposed to be like this niche of people that were doing it, quote unquote, right. And the snake oil is just louder now than ever in our niche. And I think that's the part that's disheartening to me.
Yeah.
Because people do just want to be an influencer, whatever that means, rather than you're a fitness professional. How can I reach more people? I use the internet. Now it's how can I reach people to make money?
And then the most disappointing thing is the people who actually like have credentials who fall into the same traps of chasing
Morality.
fads and then and they don't have morality and they're just trying to make money.
Oh, saying is that a real word? I said virality.
Virality.
Going viral.
Virality? Yeah, that's a real word.
Is that a real word?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is all they're chasing. Yeah, and then how to make the quick buck. But yeah, how many CBD 6 years ago? How many CBD codes did you see on the Instagram daily?
Oh my god, and they're gone.
And how many do you see now?
CBD disappeared.
They're not gone everywhere because there's no legal pot in the UK.
Okay.
Particularly in England where I was. So like one of the Airbnbs that we stayed in was owned by a guy who has a CBD beverage company.
Interesting. I mean, CBD is definitely still around, but the codes.
Yeah,
because the social media leads the world. It leads culture now, right?
You don't really hear about it anymore.
Yeah, but if you go to CVS, we'll find CBD in our shampoo and we'll find CBD everywhere. But it's more commercial now. You're right. Like it's not on the front minds of every creator.
Yes. Yeah, and all the people that I know that were taking CBD, they're not taking it anymore.
Not only taking, swearing by it.
Yeah, it was like an identity.
Like I've taken it. And I'll just say whatever. But it's an identity. And then when you push it on me that it's this miracle thing is the issue, right? I drink caffeine. I don't push it that it's changed my life or that it'll change your life.
Yeah.
It's in the message. It sucks.
It's interesting.
Of the accounts that they looked at, they this is the kind of content that was in them. 93% of the accounts had exercise video. 93% had exercise fitness motivational type posts, right? 76% had example workouts. 49% fitness related hashtags.
I saw, it's good that I don't remember the name so I don't talk shit, but I think it's a pro bodybuilder. Mm-hmm. Right? And you're like, all right. Like that guy at least put in some work to build a physique. genetically, drugs, whatever, to get to the highest level. Pro bodybuilding's still tough. It's not gotten easier. It's gotten
Well,
more.
everybody's taking the same shit, so you
Yeah.
still got to stand out.
He's got to do something. And his workout video was doing push-ups on a barbell with a plate on his back.
The barbell had weights on it.
Yeah, so you think
So
of
it would,
like set up for
move?
135. Yeah, I guess a little
Okay.
bit of stability, but I'm like that has just less than zero to do with bodybuilding, less than zero to do with anything good.
Just use a fucking bench.
And you're a pro. Well, I know he doesn't do that,
No, he doesn't.
but he has to do that to get these stupid likes to do this stupid thing
Yeah.
to sell his cold plunge. And I like cold plungers. I love the idea of it. I do think it probably has some mental stuff, you know. I know a lot of high performers that utilize it either in the morning or at night because I don't know the exact hours, but, you know, if you're 4, 5, 6 hours away from a workout, it probably won't blunt your hypertrophy, your performance. So if that's something as part of your mental routine, I think it's great, like a meditation. I know a lot of people,
It is a meditation.
right, they hop in there and then you're forced to focus on your breathing. I think that's all fucking great.
Yeah, we're not talking about that. We're talking about the sucker version of that.
Yeah, yeah, we're
the-
talking about the diluted
Yeah.
regurgitation. I think cold plunges probably have some application. I just
Well,
don't.
they've been
it's-
around forever in sports, right?
Yeah, and in season it probably has a ton of stuff, right? Like there's a reason LeBron's icing his knees every night because he has to play every 24 hours.
Yeah, it
to-
reduces inflammation.
Yeah,
like
like
we know
there-
we
there's-
know what cold does.
Yeah, and so when we're doing it quickly, yeah, that there's definitely application. But yeah, it's the don't hate the player, hate the game. Well, I hate the player.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm hating the player. Or
Yeah.
don't kill the messenger.
it's-
No, fuck this messenger.
The messenger in this case is the problem because they're not actually doing it all the time. They're just doing it for social clout.
Yeah, and
They're not doing it for like the benefits. We're talking about the clout chasing ice bather.
and they smeared the message along the way to deliver to us.
Correct.
That's the issue. If you brought me the message clearly, like even we were talking, I was hanging out with Tim Kennedy. He said that exact same thing. He's like, yeah, sometimes I do like cold plunges. I'll do it first thing in the morning to kind of wake up and get my mind right. He said, I never do it post-workout. You know, like he said that in his TikTok as he was filming it. You know, I'm like, all right, like at least you're trying to give the right message.
Yeah.
Rather than, yeah, like, look at me be all jacked and sweaty after my workout.
So Danny does this thing where he does like the fucking he'll do the hot shower and then before he gets out he puts it all the way to cold.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
I was doing it in the summer.
You can do that?
Well,
I can't do that.
I know when you have blonde hair, you're supposed to not wash your shit on. It's extra hot.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm s-
like dyed?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, not blondes, but when you dyed your
Yeah,
hair.
mine got kind of yellow pretty quick.
Yeah, so then I was doing it last summer, but then I had it blonde in the winter, and I'm like, I ain't doing cold in the winter. Fuck
He
that
does it.
noise.
Apparently he does it all the time.
Yeah, but in the
I can't
summer,
do that.
you know, if it's 90 degrees out, then I don't mind if my hair is a little cold.
That's that hot and cold contrast showers.
Yeah,
is what
contrast.
they call that. And
Like
that's
the
supposed,
last 1 minute, he does like 1 minute all the way cold.
So-
It
so-
just stands there.
supposed to be a thing, but how could it be a thing? Because it doesn't change your core body temperature.
Right.
It barely changes your
Maybe
skin
it's like
temperature.
a mental, like a
Yeah.
jolt.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think the mental, sure. Then
The-
that's like the foam rolling and everything. If you tell me, Mike, I do this purely because it feels good, now my argument's gone. I can't make an argument against science.
Your
or none
boy,
of
your
that.
boy Bart is a big advocate of the foam roll.
Yeah, I rip him every day about it. but he
I watched
does
that video. That
know.
was funny.
Yeah, he does know. All right, it makes me feel good. I do it. I'm like, all right, man, fucking foam roll. But if you tell me your foam roll is going to fix your pain, now we got issues.
I feel like it helps in the moment for some things. It doesn't help in the moment for
It
a
doesn't
lot.
help the cause of why that area keeps locking up. It's not going to fix that.
Yeah.
But it might loosen it up enough to where by the time you get to the working out, you're going to forget about it.
I think it's complete and utter bullshit. And if you tell me it makes your brain feel better about what's going on, foam roll to your heart's desire. There's just
fair.
no way you're manipulating tissue with a piece of
I don't
foam.
think you are. It's nerves that you're affecting. It's not actually tissues. You're not changing any quality of tissue. But I think that you can fool the nerves. I mean, that's like the whole thing about TENS units, about E-stim, whatever, is that you're fooling the nerves into giving up the like pain cycle that they're in or whatever.
Yeah, stim's a little different though because you're actually
Activating.
contracting it, or So like, there may be more blood flow through the area.
Yeah, if you get a pinched nerve in your back or whatever, a lacrosse ball feels pretty fucking good, and
It does.
may make it possible for you to do things in a workout that you wouldn't be able to do if you'd not done it. It doesn't solve the problem overall,
Where it's coming from.
but
yeah.
it changes the sensation enough that you can get through whatever.
What about voodoo flossing? Like restricting blood flow.
I think there might be something there, but again, like I think
rushing blood back.
I think any of these things, your best option would probably be go for a mile walk.
Yeah.
Like,
Not everybody's got the time for that.
no, for sure. But yeah, but some motherfuckers be on a foam roller 15 minutes.
No,
Might
that's
as well
20
walk 15.
You can walk a mile in 15 minutes.
Yeah, might
Yeah.
as well walk 15. I think anything you can get to, actually get your internals going, is always going to be much more powerful than anything we try to do externally.
Back to this real quick. 24% food posts encouraging healthy eating. 22% photographic inspirational quotes. I feel like there's a whole lot more of them than that.
probably.
And
Well,
then-
maybe not if it's brand new, because
Could be
pictures
pulling a lot of this from TikTok.
and pictures aren't doing that good on Instagram.
Oh,
So
yeah,
it might
they
be a
suck.
ton of
Maybe.
not that. Yeah.
Maybe so. And then that's crazy to say that out loud. The thought that pictures would not do that well on Instagram. That
They
was
said
crazy.
they're going to try to go back
Pictures.
to it. That's what one of the, I don't know if it's CEO.
They've been saying
but-
that though, but then they're just doubling down on this whole real shit.
Yeah.
Did you see? This is an aside that Zuckerberg did a BJJ tournament.
Yeah, I
over the
saw
weekend?
that. I saw that. I mean, it's not like he has like the best world class training or anything.
No, but at least he's putting his ass out there. I respect it.
No, yeah, it's like clearly he's getting good coaching.
Yeah. It is interesting to me how jiu-jitsu's infiltrated culture.
Everything.
Like a lot of like quote unquote high performers or
Well, I think it's because it's hard.
yeah.
It's like golf. It's like, I'm either gonna do jiu-jitsu or I'm gonna do golf.
Yeah. It is kind of similar.
It's
yeah,
like-
kind of cerebral.
Yeah, it takes time. Like there's no there's no other option but time
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
golf and with jiu-jitsu, right?
Yeah.
It's like the only way you're gonna get better
Yeah, is to show.
showing up and practicing
Yeah.
every time.
That's kind of why I like powerlifting.
Yeah, it's in
Yeah.
that same
Yeah.
it's in that same window like weightlifting. Like you're not gonna be good at weightlifting for your first 5 years.
Yeah, you got to go crazy.
You're gonna be good in 5 years, probably like about the goals you were gonna want to hit when you
Yeah.
come in, unless you're like delusional.
Yeah, and then
It'll
allow
take about 5 years to get there.
and then let genetics kind of play its course after that, but you have to let open the door.
Yeah, at least let me
Yeah.
say 3 years, 3 to 5 years,
Yeah.
depending on your person.
No, I agree.
But like, it's just one of those things. It's just like there's no like the only answer is time.
yeah, reps.
Yeah.
The next one was before and after body progress photos at 20%, and I feel like it's a lot higher than that too.
Probably just a lot of like
I don't know. Because
Client-
if you think of every 1 in
client-
5 posts,
Yeah, maybe there.
Yeah.
It's just
1 in 5 posts, that's pretty high.
it's considered to be pretty compelling content, whether or not you believe that the pictures are legit.
Yeah.
It's pretty compelling.
nowadays you just don't know.
Yeah, it's so modified. Shit, I
Photoshop
saw.
apps nowadays,
Yeah,
you don't
you're
have to
fucked.
fucking
Yeah,
even edit yourself. It just AI does it for you.
Yeah, you're fucked.
Goob is making the whole
Photoshop deal.
Photoshop deal like a like
Hey,
a
what's Goob?
profession.
It's kind of like a drama Instagrammer.
He's the guy that outed,
Oh,
outed
yeah,
the
yeah,
USPA.
Yeah.
I saw that guy.
John Dorsey.
Yeah, I see him. He's calling out like celebs or like influencers on their Photoshop
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
And I mean, he has a point because those people are selling things based on their image.
Yeah, they're full of shit.
Yeah.
But like that's also always been the case. Like it's
Right.
like open up a muscle builder magazine, and like, oh, take this Cynthia 6, you're gonna look like
Yeah.
me. It's like, well, no, I'm not.
Yeah, I think the deeper issue is just even selling stuff based on how you look.
Yeah, that's the real problem because
Yeah.
we've been falling for that trick as old as time.
Yeah.
Instead of Photoshop, it was just mostly just steroids.
Yeah, it's a lie in itself. So a double lie doesn't do it for me.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Well, we all sell things based on how they make somebody look.
Yeah,
but it's not
maybe.
the same.
Yeah, I try to do it based on how someone feels.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's different though.
I think it's based on how you can feel.
It's about being a part of something.
Yeah.
Like it's not necessarily about like, yeah, you might feel like confident because of the way it fits on you or
Yeah.
whatever, but it's mostly just about like being a part of something where like I see someone walking around with a good company shirt on or a CK shirt. Like I know what that person's about.
Yeah.
I know that person's like probably likes to work hard, probably got a work ethic, probably likes, like same interests as me, probably likes coffee.
Yeah.
I have a conversation with this perfect stranger just based off of the shirt they got on.
Yeah, rather than like I deadlift 700 and I deadlift 700 because of this shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have hot
Like this shirt's
girlfriend.
not going to make you
Yeah, I got
smash a PR.
Yeah, I got hot girlfriend because of this shirt. I drive cool car. I drive cool car because of this shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's just been. I mean, that's all. Like the sex sells shit, but it's all of it. So when you Photoshop it, it's kind of whatever to me. Like I don't think it's right.
I like Mike's reverse Photoshops better.
That's
Those
why.
can be
That's why that all started.
Those are hilarious.
I mean, that's why it all started because everyone's such a fucking punk ass.
Dude, it's so funny, man. It's like, man, it's just like
It's about time for one.
They'd probably be just as popular, moving the needle just as much if they weren't doing it.
Yeah,
That's the sad part.
that's the thing is they're already good looking people They're like pro bodybuilders photoshopping.
It's like those
Like,
videos.
bitch, you're a pro bodybuilder. Tell me you're self-conscious without telling me you're self-conscious.
It's like you see those videos of Kendall Jenner, like she's like skinny, thin girl, and like all of a sudden there's that video where like it glitches out and her waist gets like super wide, and then it went back. I think that guy might have Goob guy on and posted it. It's like she had on the video version of like the body like sculptor, and it like glitched in one of her videos or
It's
something.
so weird. Yeah, or
before she
makeup
could
stuff.
delete it.
Makeup stuff. People always have filters on. I mean, what's the difference? Yeah, what's the difference between photoshopping your shit and then talking in a story with a filter on?
Well, how much of this is driven by distorted self-image, body dysmorphia
all
kind
of
of
it.
stuff too?
Yeah, all
you
of
know,
it.
I mean, it's obviously it's creating body dysmorphia out in the world, but
No one does a story anymore without a filter on. I'm probably the only big-pored, ugly-eyed fucker, droopy-eyed that'll just whip out my camera and start talking.
Yeah, I guess I don't really post much.
But if you look at
I don't
anyone's
Photoshop
story
any
and you go
pictures
top left for
of
those
myself.
listening, you can always see that it's filtered. Someone's always
Oh
got
yeah,
a
yeah,
filter
yeah,
on.
yeah. Well, it makes you look smooth, dude.
Bro, I'd look way younger,
Yeah,
happier,
Let's just go get a little
fertile.
bit of preemptive Botox.
I cannot stop getting the ads for the eye bag cream shit.
Oh yeah.
They
I have
know we're
I have a
tired.
genetically have pretty. My dad actually was kind of vain. He, when he got older, he actually got it like surgically removed.
Tucked up
Yeah.
there, yeah.
Well, they
Makes
just
you
like
feel
suck,
good. Who
I think
gives a
they more
shit?
just like sucked the
Whatever.
the
Yeah.
fluid out.
Oh, really?
Like I don't think that they didn't really like snip it or
Yeah,
pulled it up.
Hmm.
I think they just more just like removed it. But I'm tell you what though, it made him look fucking 20 years younger.
Plastic surgery is
Wow.
crazy.
Like he was old.
What
My
they
dad
can
was always older. He was when he passed, he was in his early 70s.
Mhm.
He was born in 1943, but like he always looked young for his age. Like everybody always thought he was like in his like late 50s,
Yeah.
even when he was older.
Active and shit.
But like I think like a lot of it honestly like had to do with he was super active and he was in good shape. But it was like the eye bag stuff. Like that
Yeah.
really like made him look a lot. Like that one little thing.
I'll go get it.
Or we start wearing those little
Yeah,
little
stickers.
things.
Yeah, the little silver stickers.
yeah. Where do you get those?
I don't know. CVS.
Yeah, I don't know. There's
Sponsorship, maybe. They
Yeah.
wanted to make us look pretty,
Yeah,
less stressed.
Send us some. We'll do the
Like
next
cold?
show with them.
Aren't there
on.
like cold ones? There's like eye masks that are cold.
yeah.
Yeah, like just
No way
tighten
that
everything
helps.
up.
Or like the rollers.
Yeah, maybe for like 5 minutes.
The micro needle rollers.
No, that's
Oh,
for
that-
hair. But they have like iced
Oh yeah, for
ones.
the beard.
Oh.
What the fuck is
Yeah,
that?
that's real. I think.
Yeah,
Does it
no, that
actually
actually
work?
is real.
Yeah,
that
sure it
does
does.
actually work. Not
But
that you would need it, but
These
yeah,
other
it
ones
does
look
work.
like a cement layer deal, and you just freeze them. I think you just roll in your cold.
Oh no,
flat.
I've seen those. It's like a stone.
Yeah,
I've seen
Yeah.
those.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get it cold.
yeah.
You're
I,
right.
and I get that the elasticity in cold or something, but there's no way that works.
But what
The-
about like rock people though? I think it's for rock people
What
too.
the fuck is a rock person?
You know what a rock person is?
Geodude?
The people that
Like
fucking-
Pokemon?
Yeah. Onyx.
Onyx.
They the people that are really into like
Oh, the stones, the
gems,
crystals.
Crystals.
Oh,
you know.
oh, okay.
Some people
okay.
put the crystal.
You're talking about spiritual people.
So some people have rock people. They have the rollers that they roll on their whole face,
Yeah.
like around their head, like their third eye and their cheeks.
Brown eye.
Yeah, they're brown. They're stinker.
Is that for good juju or
Third
is that for
leg
good
and-
wrinkles?
I think it's for more both. Maybe
Yeah.
it's double down. You just get it cold and then you're doubling down.
So now I have cold spirits blessing me.
Yes.
I need that.
Yeah.
A purple one maybe. Because I
Yeah.
know color matters.
Yeah. It's funny. Like I have some that I got as gifts from my sister because she's kind of into that shit.
Yeah, my whole family's into
And
it.
I don't know, man. Like I put one in my pocket on one time, just kind of see if I felt any different.
Won the lottery.
And then everyone said, "Is that a rock in your pocket, or
I
are you
was-
just happy to see me?"
It was huge. Yeah, no, it was.
It's
It was like a
fucking
little tiny one.
cucumber-shaped stone.
Everyone time was like, "Hey, do you have cancer? Is that a growth? Like, what is that?" No, it's just my rock.
I'd wear a little necklace if it gave me good juju.
Yeah, you and what's his name from the Hills, Pratt Daddy.
Chris Pratt?
No.
Oh, yeah.
you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, fucking OC guy.
Dude, they made him and his wife made millions of dollars selling rocks.
Some of those people really are underrated.
Yeah.
Like that guy, and then who was the prince whatever in the Kardashians that married the oldest one? He's so funny.
Which guy?
The fucking only one that's not like brown. He's like the only white guy that married the Kardashians.
Scott.
Scott Disick.
Yeah, Scott.
That fool's funny. That
No,
fool's
he's
low-key
hilarious.
underrated.
He's hilarious.
Yeah. Some of
Yeah.
those people, dude.
No, he's hilarious.
They deserve their success. That's all I care about.
Yeah.
He's probably into some stones. Hollywood.
Yeah. Yeah. He was into white stones.
Yeah,
you know what
for
I'm saying?
sure. Different type of rock.
Yeah, I think that those of us who do not partake and are not actually like swimming in money, Scrooge McDuck style, don't get how popular cocaine still is.
No, I think it's very popular. I don't even think you got to be rich.
Especially here in Sacramento.
Yeah.
In Sacramento, it's like
sadly
fucking
insanely
very
popular.
here.
I don't understand.
Always has been though. It's been in the night scene here
Yeah,
for
it's wild.
beginning of time. A lot of cocaine in Sacramento.
Small town.
I don't know anybody that I go out with that didn't occasionally do cocaine or was on cocaine.
Yeah.
It's just
That's
a nightlife scene,
that's
though.
why
Like,
I don't
anywhere.
go
Like, L.A. is like
For sure.
fucking, like
Yeah, it's normal.
California. I think
Yeah.
it's a California
Yeah, it's
problem.
so
'cause
normal.
We're so close to Mexico, and like honestly, like it's like a fucking highways for
Yeah.
like trafficking this shit. It's just everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, down low, I've heard that like even the political world here in
Oh, sure.
Sacramento is just steeped
come
in
on,
cocaine.
yeah, of course.
Sure.
But like, why would you do that? I mean, that's like
Policies are built on cocaine.
Yeah.
I mean, think about it. Like, if that is out, I mean, that can be a career destroyer for some people.
But if you're
right?
doing it with the guy who would out you,
yeah,
right?
I guess
If they're all doing it, they're
Yeah.
not going to get outed.
Yeah, it's just so weird. It's
That's the
strange.
brotherhood.
It's funny, but yeah, that's a whole other thing.
Yeah, you know I'm cheating on my wife, and I know you do coke, and we just shut up about each other.
It's crazy. It's just kind of built into the culture of it all. It's like, hey, we're both running around the Capitol halls,
Yeah.
fucking, and like
Yeah, sliding around in our
they're-
socks.
I mean, alcoholism is like part.
The same.
They have
Yeah.
bars there.
Yeah.
There's bars
Yeah.
in there.
Yeah.
Like they're just every meeting is over drinks.
yeah, that should not be a thing.
like that's just like the alcohol, and then
Yeah.
with that comes.
and then what they're doing
drugs.
when they're golfing,
Yeah,
hammered,
yeah,
drunk.
drunk.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah,
just so they can tolerate each other, probably though.
yeah,
Yeah.
It's just kind of like
Uppers,
that.
That's what it
downers.
would take for me, but that's another story altogether.
Yeah. I'm out.
We just got a lot of. It's also like, man, like they're all ex frat boys.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
that's true.
that's what it is. Like
Yeah, it just kept the
all the
culture.
people that in my life that I know that work in that industry were all frat presidents or in
Yeah.
frats, and it's like they're just partying like they did in college.
Yeah.
It's just
Same culture.
Same. You're with the same people.
For sure.
Yeah. To kind of close this out, this New York Times article that reported on this study of fitfluencers. I don't know if I can embrace that term or not, but this clinical social worker and therapist in New York who works with athletes suggested that when you're looking at one of these accounts, you're asking yourself, does this fitness influencer make you feel good in your own skin?
That's a good question.
And
Does it make me feel good at all?
That's
what we
another-
should
yeah,
talk
it's
to
another
ourselves about all content we consume. Does this make me feel good? And why am I watching this?
Yeah, and I mean, obviously, I've never really gotten into making that kind of content at all. I mean, I started off making really like informational, training kind of content, and never really got into. And even the podcast over the years, for the most part, we've not ever fallen into that trap.
Yeah. But that's also why we haven't exploded.
Yeah, that's true. I mean,
I could drop 20 pounds, and I am going to do it, and then just literally be naked all the time, and followers will come.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just, but it's like, what's the longevity with that, right? Because that only works for so long for somebody.
For sure. Yeah.
It's like the people that aren't doing that, like, might not make like that big spike of like,
Yeah.
of an impact, but they'll just be around longer.
There's very few people that have done it as long as the three of us. All of us.
Oh, dude, yeah, it's yeah, like we're not like it's so funny, like the brand for my personal experience is like it's not even about one person. It's like literally like there's really not really like a big face for the brand. It's like its own entity at this point.
Yeah.
And it's like,
And what, you guys are 11 years in, 12 years in?
this is 10 years.
Yeah.
This year in August, September, 10 years.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Which is crazy. But it's like, yeah, I think that's like, it's, yeah, like maybe we would have been able to like maybe have a couple of years where we like really fucking set it off. But we've had big influencers, big athletes, and we still do.
Yeah.
But it's like, it's not this like the company itself has this face that's like moving the needle. It's like,
because the athletes we signed, going back, if you guys want to go listen to Era, which we talked about earlier, going to the athletes you would sign in the social media era, they're it for a year.
correct. That's kind of what I
Signing
was
Jordan. Yeah, signing Jordan, he's it now.
Yeah.
He's still everyday conversation whether he's better than LeBron or not.
Yeah.
Let alone the legacy of his own playing, let alone the legacy of the shoes. And the shoes are almost a separate entity now than Jordan. right? Like he built them in the beginning, but now like there's kids that have never seen him shoot a shot. They don't know what he does.
Most.
Yeah,
Most.
right?
Probably most.
So like, yeah, to sign Timmy on Instagram with good abs, he'll be it for 6 months.
Yeah.
Because he didn't build a foundation based on skill or value.
And whatever money he makes, and that's going to be gone faster than you can think.
Yeah, because he's buying the Lamborghini to post next to the hot chick to hopefully get more followers.
Yeah, dude, it's just I just don't. I look at this shit and I see these TikTokers or even I'm like they're moving at this crazy pace of like growth, and then it just you never hear from them again. All of a sudden, one day you just never hear from them again.
It's less than 1% that are crushing it. Everyone sees the 1% that's crushing it, but it's 0.001% that are making life-changing money that can do their shit. Everyone else is struggling with 8 roommates in an apartment.
Yeah,
that's not the life, and they still have hundreds of thousands of followers.
Yeah, for sure. But it's like also this generation doesn't necessarily own anything.
Yeah,
they're just like giving the money that they're making away to somebody else, which is strange.
Very.
Like there's no financial guidance for these up and coming people.
And there wasn't for us either, but to me it was
we
just
had
about
parents
logic.
but our
That's
parents
it.
did.
Yeah, for sure.
Our parents had knowledge.
Or some logic.
Yeah, like now you have these younger kids that our parents are like in their, just like about some of them are even our age.
Yeah.
That have these kids that are like maybe a little older, but it's like
no, it's possible.
It's not the same. It's interesting. It's weird.
We did a short episode that I'm not sure when we're releasing, but we were talking about about like follower culture and why people follow people online that then they pattern their lives after because they just don't have any other blueprint, or they didn't have their parents, or what's the story there? I don't even know.
Aspirations.
Yeah, aspirations. Yeah, I want to be X because I can't deal with the idea of being just myself, I guess, or where I, being a product of where I came from, or whatever.
I just don't know how young kids navigate life right now.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm old now, right? So I'm like, I'm out of touch with what's going on with like a 15-year-old's brain.
But you're gonna find out soon.
I'm gonna find out soon. It's going to be even like it's going to be even more amplified. It's going to be even crazier. Think about like the strides we're making technology right now. Like think about in fucking 10 years.
Yeah.
Could you imagine?
And you'll see it from different lenses with your kids.
I just don't even know like where they're going to be. Like what are they going to be doing? Like online, or what is even online at that point? Like who knows? Like what that is.
Yeah.
And that's going to be
ported directly into your brain.
It's just like what else?
Yeah.
What's next? You know what I mean? Like microchips, glasses, contacts.
I bet that'll be first.
Yeah, like they already have the technology. They said to do contacts with like augmented reality contacts.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's already
Report.
It already exists.
Minority Report's in.
Yeah. Like we're not going to need to. Like we're just going to be able to do a spreadsheet right here. We all have this. We all have our contacts and we all link up. We have a spreadsheet right in front of us, and we're all just like looking at the same thing.
Link me.
All I gotta do is say it. Just like we'll all be linked up. It's the same thing. We'll watch the same screen.
What's
in space.
Iron Man? Jarvis.
Yeah.
Jarvis for sure.
Dude, yeah,
From
Jarvis is like kind of dated technology at this point.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
No, Jarvis is Siri.
Yeah.
With a better voice.
Yeah. He's ChatGPT with a voice.
Yeah, he really is.
Yeah. Once they put Chat GPT into Siri, which is of course coming.
No, they could do that right now if they wanted.
Yeah.
For sure.
It already exists.
Yeah.
We're just not using it
Yeah.
on a private label.
Yeah,
private scale.
ChatGPT is what's public.
Yes.
Yeah, what they got going on.
Yeah, who even knows?
Yeah.
No, it's doing everything. It's well, the piece that we're getting is like they say it's like, oh, we had to get this out to the people so they can't be taken advantage by it. Give everybody access to this.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, well, that's bullshit.
Yeah, that's complete bullshit. We're fucked.
Before we close this off, actually, just since we're all people who deal with, sponsored athletes, people with codes, whatever, like, where's our line about their content?
Yeah, most people that we sponsor, we have personal relationships with outside of just like financial or whatever. We know these people, they're friends. So it's a little bit different I think for me. I don't know. I don't also just because I haven't really talked to you guys much about your like your current program, what you guys are doing with people, but I honestly don't care either though. Because like if I'm reaching out to this person, like I'm not going to like control how they put out content.
Yeah,
like
a
I'm just
background
like,
check.
do your thing.
Yeah.
Unless obviously I'm gonna do my research, make sure they're not like a racist or a like some crazy shit, like they have some weird past. Like I need to know that kind of stuff. Like hopefully I've done my research enough to like know like this person's not putting out harmful information
Yeah.
to people representing my brand. Like that would be a fucking disaster.
Yeah.
Like I don't want that negative energy in my life or put it onto any people that see us or someone wearing our stuff. And also, you just can't avoid that because you're going to have bad people buy your stuff.
Right.
But I'm not going to like go out of my way to sponsor somebody that does that.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't. It's just got to be like appropriate as far as like not harmful, right?
Yeah.
Like that's kind of the only like rule I have. It's like
that's how I see it.
if you're a girl and you like to kind of like and you're proud of how you look and you like to like show some skin and you like you like to take pictures of like you like being you and like in your mirror or
Yeah.
whatever, and like you also post like good lifting content and like you're an like that's do your thing.
Yeah,
Same thing with the guys, like whatever, like
That's how I see it. Like if it's not harmful, it's not illegal,
yeah,
and if it's not spreading, if it's a net positive, whatever that may be,
Yeah.
as long as it's not a net negative, it's not really my business.
What
No.
about OnlyFans?
Yeah, I don't think it's my business.
yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I think we have multiple
Yeah.
athletes that have OnlyFans.
Really?
that are
Again, because
our-
I don't
our
think it's a
athletes.
net negative. Like, who wants to purchase that can purchase that. It's completely legal
Yeah,
as
it's not
far
being-
as
you
I
can't
know.
just
It's
see
also probably not the same audience.
And even
I
if
mean,
it
a lot
is-
of these, because we're talking about girls mostly. We personally don't have men on our because of our guys maybe just aren't good enough looking. I don't know.
you got ugly dudes only.
Yeah, they're
gotta-
not necessarily doing that side, but as far as like the some of the girls that maybe are like I'm sure a lot of their followers are men
Yeah, yeah.
that are just watching their content for that side of it.
Yeah.
that aren't even necessarily into what they're doing.
There's still a stigma around OF, and there's a stigma around strippers, and there's a stigma around everything.
I couldn't give two shits less.
Yeah, and OF is more varied. You go to a strip club, you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Like on OF, there is probably like I don't know, but foot pics only.
Well, there's
or-
everything from sex
Yeah, to cosplay.
to lingerie
Yeah.
to just cooking instruction.
And
Yeah.
if it's
Like there's
legal,
a huge range.
yeah, if it's legal and not harmful, I'm not their dad.
Yeah, I'm not exactly.
Yeah, if it locks up into some shit, like you said, whether racist, salty, if
Yeah.
it gets anywhere. And I've done it in the past, not on those areas, but sponsored people. I've run marketing for multiple companies over the years, and if people got out of line, I just checked them. If they did some bully shit or some negative shit, just negative.
Yeah.
Flat out what I deemed negative. I've called people or text them and said, hey, if you're going to represent this brand, you're not going to do that any longer. And if you're going
Absolutely.
to continue to do that, then we won't represent this brand.
That's
I've
it.
done that on multiple occasions. But
That's it.
And that is up for, debate. What you think is negative, I might not think is negative or whatever. But if I'm in that seat, then I'm making the call.
Yeah, and then that we're on the same page exactly. Yeah, it's not back to just not hurting people.
Yeah, don't be a dick.
Yeah, don't be an absolute scumbag.
Yeah.
And I don't care about what you do personally, like as far as like self images or whatever.
Yeah.
Like that's on you. That's your thing. We're not going to promote it on our.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
We're not going to take your hey, go check out this page or
Yeah.
whatever. But if that's something you do and
No
you're also doing
cross promotion.
yeah, if you do, yeah. Yeah.
Maybe though.
But that's
There's a lot of people on that app.
There's a lot of people on that app. A lot of people making a lot of money on that app.
Yeah, that's what you hear.
I saw Catch Me Outside girl bought a $6 million house in Miami cash.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm jealous.
Cash.
I'll whip it out. Maybe I need the shoe spacers so that my cock can grow. So then I can.
You need some zeros. Zero drop.
Then I can hop over there.
Cash.
Cash.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah, it's a lot of moolah.
I think she said that she cleared over $1 million in the first hour when she did an OnlyFans, launched it.
Oh my
Everything's
God.
scaling up. The amount of money at the top of YouTube is way more than it's ever been. It's obviously at the top, but the top of Twitch is higher than it's ever been. The top of Instagram's the higher it's ever been. Right? I remember looking up the stats of the most followed person on Instagram. It was Kim Kardashian in 2011 was 6 million. 6 million's a medium-sized celebrity now. The Rock is 300 million.
Yeah. No, 6 million now means
You're an internet
you could
celebrity.
have potentially have just been on The Real World.
Yeah.
Potentially.
Yeah, shit like that. So it's just crazy.
Or you're just a random guy like Dave Portnoy. He's got 4.5.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
one
and
of
he's
those-
just from New York or
he's just a random dude.
Nantucket or wherever the fuck he's from.
I can't I know Barstool's big, but how big is it?
The influence must be insane.
That's a really good question.
What is their reach?
I don't
don't
know
know.
what the answer to that
It's
is.
gotta
Because they
reach-
have so much. They kind of hit
Yeah.
every avenue, But they're also their sportsbook page is the most shadow banned page ever because
Yeah.
it gets zero engagement.
Yeah, which is crazy.
But it's got millions of followings, but then they get 100 likes on a post. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
clearly that's being shadow banned, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. That's yeah. And gambling, like I understand why it might be, but all this is just playing with fire until a company or industry doesn't like you or what you're doing.
Rocketreach.co, which is I guess a rating site for engagement, says that Barstool Sports reaches a hyper engaged audience of 66 million plus monthly unique users. 46% of men and women in the 18 to 34.
Yeah. They're crushing.
They're also like what's it? Not what Killer Daddy. What is it? Caller Daddy.
Oh yeah.
That podcast.
Yeah,
for like it's got to be like one of the biggest female podcasts.
Yeah, they go crazy for sure.
Like that's how they target, both sides of like the male audience, and they got these girls that just get paid pennies on the dollar to run this like massive like thing.
Yeah, the OF world and all those worlds collide pretty hard because of the fan base. And so people will have a mutual collaboration on a podcast or on a Twitch stream or something because the viewership is going to be similar.
Yeah, I mean, they just go all in. They have porn stars come on and do like reading off the cards. Like they just do all kinds of crazy. It's like, what is the internet anymore?
Yeah, shock factor.
What are we doing?
Yeah.
Everything. All right. I'm ready to put this one to bed. I will have the links to the articles on alcohol use and social media in the description for this.
Goddamn, where can people find you?
You can come find me at, at Dean Saddoris on social, or at Caffeine and Kilos if you're into weightlifting, coffee, bodybuilding, powerlifting.
Caffeine and Kilos Instagram, caffeineandkilos.com. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you. New episodes every Wednesday and Friday. 3sb.co. Maybe not. A huge warehouse birthday sale coming in the next couple weeks, so stay tuned for that. And then a launch at the end of the month. Also stay tuned for that. And
in the month of June?
Of the month of June.
Yeah.
And we will catch you soon.
And at the Jim McDonald and all the social media, the show is 50% Facts, where percent is a word and 50 is just numbers. 50% Facts is a Spreaker Prime podcast in association with iHeartMedia on the Obscure Celebrity Network. And we'll talk to you next time.